something along those lines. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Shelby, and I just want to take a quick moment or second to say thank you so much for being here and clicking on today's video. I do truly appreciate any amount of time that you share and spend with me, so thank you very much. But today's video, we are going to be doing a reading vlog, and I'm very excited. This is me post reading the book, but the book that we are reading in today's video is Stephen King's The Shining, and I have been quite terrified for some reason to pick up this book. I think anything that I have heard, like any type of book I've heard of his that is within like the horror genre, I think I just have like these really big expectations and like this huge fear of being like actually truly like terrified, which there were definitely some moments in this where I was like, wow, this is a lot. But we will get to see and experience all that together. But I wanted to quickly pop in and say hello. How are you doing? Anywho, I'm so excited that we have picked up this book. It is a big book, but it's very good. So let's go ahead and get into the video, which is what you actually came here for. I'm gonna shut up and enjoy the video. Red rum, if you know, you know. Red rum. I don't actually know too much, but I heard what it actually spells because it spells a word, but it's backwards. I'll leave it at that. This book is so good. I don't even understand like why, but there's not a whole lot like really happening. You're getting a lot of backstory, but it's enough to like keep you entertained. I don't know if it makes any sense, but I'm finding it very hard to put this book down. I'm currently on chapter 16, and my hope and goal is to get to the 200 page mark before I decide to put it down for the time being. Hi friends, it is the next day. So for me it is Wednesday. Don't know what day it is for you guys, but good morning. I hope your morning has been well so far, or good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. I have been up since like 7, not willingly. My alarm clock woke me up. I don't know what it is, but this winter my body has been wanting to sleep way longer. Like I just want to, and not even sleep, I just want to stay in the bed. But I definitely wake up feeling a lot more tired, even though I've gotten, I would say, enough sleep. I just think it's the cold. Like, is anyone else like that? When it's cold out, you just want to stay in your bed because it's warm and cozy and comfortable. Anywho, I did read a little bit more this morning. When I got up, I went ahead and straightened my hair, which right now it looks flat. I did have some like curls, but my hair doesn't, it doesn't keep curls or anything like that in it. It's quite annoying because my hair is naturally curly, but when I take like an actual like curling wand or whatever, like this is what's left of the curls from like 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning, and it's 10:52. So there's that. Like I said, I did read more of this morning. There was, is it called Doctor Sleep? Something along those lines. I watched that movie with Anthony, and we had never read that book. We never read The Shining. We hadn't even begun to like step into like the world of Stephen King, and we watched that movie for some reason. And I think, I could be wrong, so correct me if I am wrong, but I think that that story is based off of the little boy that's in this book. Is that right or wrong? I think so. I have to look into it. But if that is correct, we really get to see like the beginning of that little boy and his abilities. And I don't know, this has been really interesting. Again, I'm still not at the weird creepy stuff happening yet. I guess I guess the horror part. There are some weird things that are happening, but it's not like I'm scared. It's just like this boy has some, he can do some weird things without really realizing that he's doing weird things, although I think he knows that it's not normal. Anyways, yeah, I've been really enjoying this book and pretty much devouring it. So I think I am going to try to read a little bit more before I have therapy. After therapy, depending on how I feel, I'll either read some more of this, I will organize the bookshelf, or we'll find something else to do. But that is it. You know what I should do today though? I should watch a holiday movie because I just feel like I haven't quite gotten into the Christmas spirit. I say that as I'm wearing a gingerbread like little cozy hoodie kind of thing. I don't even know what this is called, but it just feels like a fleece blanket in hoodie format, and it's amazing and I love it so much. My roommate had bought this, or our old roommate had bought this for me last year, I think, Christmas or something like that, and it is just so perfect. Yeah, so I need to watch some holiday movies. I'm not sure what I want to watch. Maybe a Home Alone. Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2? What is your favorite? Tell me what your favorite Christmas movie is down below. Also, do you prefer Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2? I'm a Home Alone 2 girl through and through. Something about New York City during Christmas is just chef's kiss. I love it. It is so magical. And even though the first one is the OG original, it's always going to be amazing. I just love the setting of New York City, and that's why I love Home Alone 2 so much. Yeah, anywho. I also, okay, one last final thought, and then I'll stop talking. I was also watching Destiny's, one of her newer videos, because she's trying to do like a Bookmas or Vlogmas. And it was her having like her viewers pick her next 5-star read, and they picked Alchemize, and now I'm like really itching to read it. I have it here. I have it here. And I really want to read this. I've been wanting to read this for a while. Anthony actually picked this one up because he was very intrigued by this book as well. And I love that. Can I just say that really quick? I love that we are able to share books with each other and give each other like book recommendations. So like I had read Catabasis or Catabasis, however you pronounce it, and now he's actually picking it up and reading that. I'm reading The Shining. He says he wants to read that one next. So I just love that we can buy books and share and read them together. Also, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but when because I have a book of the month subscription, and what we end up actually doing, instead of him having one and I have a subscription, we just kind of share the subscription together, and every other month we switch off. So this month it was his pick, next month will be my pick, then it'll go back to him and vice versa. So I like that. I think that's kind of fun. Although, depending on what the books are, if I feel like there's something there that's interesting to him, I might let him pick out the next month's book just because it's his birthday and he may have an interest in those books. We'll see. I normally run past him what I pick anyways, and he does the same for me, so we can both be aligned. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. Wow, I want to read Alchemized. Thank you, Destiny, for hyping this up so much for me that I want to read it. It is really big. This is super heavy, and I'm kind of intimidated by that. I don't know how long this is. I'm scared it's like 2,000 pages or something like that. I don't even know how big the writing is. Like this. Okay, 2,000 pages with a stretch, Shelby. What would that look like? It's 1,000 pages though. 1,000 like 24 pages. That's a lot. The text is not too bad though, and I really love how these pages feel. This was a really nice produced, like really well produced book. Like this feels really nice too. This is beautiful. This is what it looks like out of the sleeve. Nothing crazy, no sprayed edges. And you know what? I'm starting to like be over the like whole sprayed edges thing. It can be pretty sometimes, but I think sometimes we do too much. And it's just like a money grab kind of thing. And I hate like, oh, Barnes & Noble's exclusive, Target exclusive. Like, I hate that. We should really not normalize that. But this is inside the little sleeve. This looks so pretty, and I have no idea if this is supposed to be like a maze in the manor or what, but we'll find out when we read it. I just know that this is a very, very hefty book. I hear it is emotionally gut-wrenching, and that makes me a little bit nervous to want to read it. But I am now very intrigued and really want to read this book. So I'm like trying to decide, am I going to pick this one up now, or do I wait till the new year starts? Because if I pick this one up now, surely I'm not going to be able to read anything else. It's a really big book. And I would really like to get to 100 books this year, because I'm so close. Like, I feel like I'm on maybe the 90, my 92nd book or something like that. So I feel like I could do it. I could really do it. And I would really like to finish this before the week is out. I also have a book club pick with my coworkers and some of my managers where we are reading a book that I picked. It was my pick. I'm so excited. I picked All Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. I've never read a book by him, but I heard he's a really amazing thriller, and I was really just hoping to find like a new, like good thriller author. And so far, I'm very much loving that book. It goes like by chapter 2, you're like in there, in the action. So I've been enjoying that. So I've got 2 books right now that I am actively like getting through, but that one, All Sinners Bleed, I might not finish in time, depending on, I have to look back at the schedule, because we were actually reading certain sections together, so that it is like an actual like experience together, which is nice. But yeah, I read all 8 chapters in like 2 days. I am thinking out loud, so I'm gonna shut up. And I'm gonna go read a little bit more before I have therapy in 40 minutes. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
What are you doing down there? Say hello to the people. What do you think? You're over it.
Alright, I just finished therapy, which was, I guess, good in the sense that I got to talk about some things that are difficult for me to talk about. I will say this though, I did finish my coaster while I was in therapy, and I think I only have 2 left. I have no idea where the other, oh, they're up there. Yeah, so that one is done. Add that to the collection, which is good. And I did read how many chapters? Ooh, I think I was on chapter 18 when I last picked up the book, when I was talking to you guys, and I'm on chapter 23. So I'm at the 300 page mark, which is insane. I'm almost halfway through this beast, and I almost started it. I started on no, I think I started on Tuesday. No, Monday? Whatever day it was. I'm pretty sure it was Monday. So that feels pretty good because it's only Wednesday. I am flying through this book. It is very good, but I feel like this could be a 5-star read. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I had mentioned this or not, but one of the books that I picked for my TBR jar was Margot's Got Money Problems. And I was like, it's now or never, my friend. It's now or never. Pick it up or you're never going to do it. So I finally decided to pick it up. Such a good book. And that book was, I was expecting it to be something different, but then again, I feel like I should have known it wasn't going to be, because I'm pretty sure this is like a literary fiction. It was so good. Margot and her story is just so interesting, for one, but 2, it really just kind of like shows that like people's like expectations or how they view people can really, it just, I don't know, it was a very good book, and if you haven't read it, I would highly recommend it. Apple TV is also turning it into a show, I believe, and I think it is Ella Fanning that is going to be playing Margot, so I'm excited and eager to see that when it comes out. But now that therapy is done, I'm going to go out into the living room. Definitely need to hydrate because I've not had really much water today. That's unacceptable. And probably read a little bit more. That's my update. I took a nap earlier. I really needed that. But I did. We're like really cooking. I'm so close to finishing this book and I am loving it. I have my Dr. Pepper, the blackberry Dr. Pepper that I was telling you guys about. Made some chocolate chip cookies. I had to sit here in the living room with my mother-in-law and watch some YouTube. What's the guy's name?
Spanian.
Spanian?
Spanian.
Spanian.
YouTuber.
He's a YouTuber. I think he's from Australian. I think he's from Australia, and he like does travel vlogs. We just watched one where he was in the Philippines, and it was really cool. And he has a great personality. It makes it fun. So we're going to watch another one of those and just kind of hang out for the rest of the night. I don't know if I'm going to get to any more of this tonight because I read, I think I read almost like 200 pages today. Where was I? I was on chapter 18 this morning. What page was chapter 18? It had to have been in the 200s. So I feel like I've read almost like a little over 100 and some odd pages, surely. Yeah, because chapter 18 was on page 222. And now I'm on page 403. That's a lot of reading in one day. No wonder I got tired. we have finished the book, which I'm very shocked by, because I was actually telling Anthony when I went to pick it up originally that I was like, I feel like it's going to take me forever to read this book, because for some reason I thought it was smaller. I thought it was like about the size of Pet Cemetery, which is a little bit smaller than this. And then when I picked it up, I was like, wow, this guy's a little thicker than I thought. Which, by the way, I love this. It's such a floppy book. So distracting. Anyways, so yes, I thought I wasn't going to be able to get through this in time, because I'm really hoping to get to 100 books by the end of the year. And I wasn't originally, like, that was not my original goal. And you don't have to make a goal, by the way. I do really want to stress that. A goal is really, honestly, not important. I just find it fun, and I find it also a nice challenge for me to kind of explore more genres of books, or books that maybe I didn't think I would want to read. Like, it gives me more opportunity to experience new kinds of books, which is great. I'm rambling, so we're going to stop talking. Bringing it back full circle, the point is I finished Stephen King's The Shining, and I've had just such a great time with this book. I was really thinking it was going to take me a long time. It obviously did not take me a long time. I started this book on Tuesday of this week, and it is now Saturday. So I finished it in under a week. There were moments where I was reading like 100 to 200 pages in like a day or in a sitting, depending on the situation. So that really helped me to like propel through the book. But overall rating, definitely, oh my gosh, this one is definitely like a 4.5 stars for me. I didn't quite give it a 5-star, just because I didn't get a 5-star feeling. And I don't know how to really describe what that would feel like. But for me, like, a 5-star feeling is like I am obsessed. I am constantly going to be thinking about this book days after I've read it. And I think I will think about this book, but not to the extent that I have had previously with other 5-star reads. Like, one of my favorite books this year was The Nightingale. I still very much think about that book on a daily basis. And I read that back in like July. Like, I am still so sucked into that story that it's not even funny. So this did not give me that feeling, but it was very good and very hard for me to put down. That is so important to me. Like, I can enjoy a book and want to read it, but if there's a book that I pick up and I am like, I need to know what's happening next, I know that it's going to be a good time. And I got that feeling probably, honestly, from like the very first like couple pages, because it was just like, no, okay, maybe, yeah, no, from the very first couple pages, because chapter 1 is the job interview. So if you don't know what this story is about, it basically follows Jack and his family. He has a wife, Wendy, and his son Donnie, and his son Danny. And Jack has recently lost his job. He's looking for a new job, and he goes to this interview for this management role of a hotel, I believe in Colorado, which is a real hotel, by the way. This is actually based off of a real hotel. But long story made short, he goes into this job interview to try to get this job because he's like, listen, I need a job. And, you know, there are things that kind of get brought up in the interview that I think they really help set the tone and also kind of foreshadow a little bit. There is, for me, at least I noticed quite a lot of foreshadowing in this book, or things that were referenced that would like connect the dots or allude to certain things that would happen later on in the book. But yeah, that is basically what we kind of run into in the beginning of the book, and then we follow the family as they make their journey to the hotel, managing the hotel, and the hotel typically closes down at a certain point in the year because of snow, and you can get like snowed in. And when I say snowed in, I don't mean like you're snowed in for a day or a couple of days. No, like you're snowed in and you're there for like a month, like kind of trapped in this place because there's no way of getting in and out. And like phone lines are dead. If helicopter had to get to you, it would take who knows how long. So it's like you are actually trapped there. But yeah, so we follow them and that whole journey. But at one thing, I think I didn't really know what to expect because I was really anticipating it being like really scary. And it was scary. There were definitely moments where I was like, wow. But that all really kind of starts to happen near the end. And I wouldn't say that it was I wouldn't say it was scary in the way of like, oh my gosh, I need to run and hide under my blanket or anything like that. It was more so there was a lot of gruesome details, but also like weird elements. And I'm trying to like be really cautious about how I say it, obviously, because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. But there are definitely a lot of moments where you're like, what's going on here? Is this real life? And so yeah, I think those like elements or spook factors were really interesting. But overall, I loved this book. There were a lot of really amazing characters. I think from the beginning, I couldn't tell if I was going to like our main character, Jack, who is the father. And to be completely honest, I still don't really like Jack. I don't think he's a very likable character. And I also don't think that he's meant to be a likable character. But you do end up having like a very soft spot, I feel like, at least for me, for Wendy the mom and Danny the son, who is, by the way, 5 years old. But reading this book, he does not come off like a 5-year-old. And all that gets explained, obviously, when you're reading the book, because he has these episodes, I guess you could say. But these episodes are like, I'm just going to leave it at that because I just don't want to spoil anything for anyone. But also like how he talks as if he's seen the world. That's a good way to put it. He has these episodes where he can see the world, okay? And he talks as if he has seen and experienced and has knowledge of the world grander than a 5-year-old should. And I think that was also just such a great element. And I funny enough, like, I had watched the movie Doctor Sleep, and I had never seen The Shining, nor had I read The Shining, but now I can remember that the main character in that one is Danny. So now I want to actually buy Doctor Sleep and read that one and see what it was like from the perspective of the actual book versus the movie. The movie was okay, wasn't my favorite, but I am very eager to actually watch the movie The Shining. So I'm hoping that I can do that soon. But overall, I loved this book. I highly recommend. I have to give a big shout out to my manager because she is the one that was like, girl, pick up the book. It's good. You're going to love it. She was very much right about that. I love this book so much. And I'm glad that we have it in our collection. So this is just perfect. I just feel like this was a perfect book to read at this time right now. Maybe not for Christmas, but it's wintry based because it takes place in Colorado during the snow. I'm pretty sure it's in Colorado. Either way, great book. So if you haven't read it, I highly recommend that you check it out. Like I said, gave this book a solid 4.5 stars. That means I would highly recommend this book. It is so close to being a 5-star read. I don't really know what it would take for it to be a 5-star read. But I do know that 11/22/63 was my favorite book of last year, and that was a 5-star. So when I think about it in comparison, I think I just connected to the story and the characters, and I became really invested in our main character way more in 11/22/63 than I did in this one. However, I really connected to Danny in this book, so I'm wondering if I will feel stronger about Dr. Sleep. We'll see. Is that's what it's called, right? Yeah, Dr. Sleep, because there's a little excerpt in the back. But yeah, that is really all I have to say about this book, and that's it for today's vlog. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, and if you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or any of the other holidays that are happening around this time of the year, then I wish you a very happy holiday, and I will see you guys in my next video. Whatever that video will be, I don't know. I need to start like truthfully getting more videos done so I don't have to worry about it. Anywho, I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.